Well, good evening, everyone. I am so happy to be here with you this evening at the beautiful and historic Warner Theater in downtown Washington, D.C. to celebrate our beautiful cherry blossoms. I want to thank Diana Mayhew and the National Cherry Blossom Festival team, the Embassy of Japan, Events DC, A&A, and Amazon. I want to acknowledge the Secretary of the Interior, Deb Haaland, and the National Park Service, as well as the Japan Foundation for their hard work and partnership in bringing us together to celebrate every spring in DC. I want to especially acknowledge and welcome His Excellency Shigeo Yamada, the Ambassador of Japan to the United States, who you'll hear from shortly. It has been 112 years since the mayor of Tokyo first gifted DC 3,000 cherry blossom trees. And ever since then, the trees have been the gift that keeps giving, serving as a symbol of the friendship and partnership between our nations. In fact, as part of that enduring friendship, next week, the President of the United States will host Prime Minister Fumio and Mrs. Fumio of Japan in Washington, D.C. for an official visit to the United States. We also know that the National Cherry Blossom Festival is a huge economic driver for our city. Events like the Cherry Blossom Festival are among the experiences that DC, a world-class tourist destination. Annually, the Cherry Blossom Festival brings 1.5 million visitors. And while the blossoms may have arrived a bit early this year, we still have a full month of celebrations beginning this week. And one unexpected attraction has been the number of visitors stopping by to say their farewells to the smallest of the cherry blossom trees along the tidal basin. Affectionately, we call them Stumpy. We like to remind people that while the tidal basin is the main show, you can visit cherry blossoms across all 8 wards of Washington, D.C., including Oxen Run Park in Ward 8, Kenilworth Park in the Aquatic Gardens in Ward 7, the Arboretum in Ward 5, and at American University in Ward 3. Literally in neighborhoods across all of DC, you can run, walk, scoot, stroll, and take in the trees. We are proud of our role as host of this celebration that brings people together. I say frequently, there is no place in the world like Washington, D.C. And while we know we're not the only city with cherry blossoms, we are so proud that everyone gathered here today works together all year to ensure that we have a beautiful celebration, the beauty of nature and trees for sure, and the beauty of our friendship. And so with that, it brings me great pleasure to introduce to you His Excellency Ambassador Yamada.
Thank you very much, Mayor Bowser, for your kind introduction. Good evening. How's everyone doing tonight? What an evening of stellar performances. When I arrived in Washington, D.C. last December as a new Japanese ambassador, one of the initial important tasks I had was to find the perfect pink tie. So I'd like to thank Diana Mayhew as well as the team at the National Cherry Blossom Festival to find the perfect tie for me. Having engaged in diplomacy for nearly 4 decades, I am convinced that the foundation of strong Japan-US relationship lies in robust people-to-people exchanges. The National Cherry Blossom Festival commemorates the gift of 3,000 cherry trees from the city of Tokyo to Washington, D.C. in 1912. There's no better occasion to celebrate the long-standing friendship between our two countries and to further bolster the bonds between two peoples. I would like to acknowledge everyone who participates in as well as contributes to this festival in one way or another, because without any of you, this celebration wouldn't be possible. So thank you very much. This year's festival is even special. As Dr. Jill Biden mentioned, as well as the Mayor mentioned, at the invitation of President Biden and Dr. Biden, Prime Minister Kishida and Mrs. Kishida will make an official visit to Washington, D.C. during this festival period on April the 10th. And also, this year, 2024, is the first ever Japan-US tourism year. I hope many Japanese people will visit this beautiful city of Washington, D.C. At the same time, I'd like to encourage all of you to take this opportunity to visit Japan for an unforgettable experience. On a personal note, when I'm not meeting with government officials or engaging in some other diplomatic responsibilities, you may find me running through this beautiful city. As an avid runner, I'm excited to participate in Cherry Blossom 10-mile run this year. So if you see me running, please do cheer me on so that I can complete the 10 miles. So in closing, I'd like to extend my warmest wishes to everyone. May this spring season bring you joy, laughter, and precious moments with your loved ones. So thank you very much.
For over a century, Japan and the United States have maintained a historic friendship unique only to them. We are honored to be joined in community tonight with representatives from home and abroad to mark this wonderful occasion. Mayor Bowser and His Excellency Yamada will now take part in a symbolic moment of friendship to officially open the 2024 National Cherry Blossom Festival. Please be advised that this portion of the show contains lighting effects, sudden loud noises, and the use of indoor-specific pyrotechnics.
This year's moment of friendship highlighted the ancient Japanese art of origami. As goes the Japanese tradition, origami promotes peace and well-being, and when given as a gift, bestows goodwill and prosperity on the recipient. The crane, also known as a tsuru, is a symbol of good fortune, peace, and long-lasting relationships. Once a crane creates a pair bond, it is lifelong. There is no greater gift than a friendship that endures. And today, two great nations present each other with origami cranes to symbolize their mutual dedication to friendship and peace.
With the exchange of these symbolic cranes representing the long, storied relationship between our two countries, forged on the foundation of those original 3,000 cherry trees gifted over 100 years ago, Mayor Bowser and Ambassador Yamada will officially open the 2024 National Cherry Blossom Festival.